This is what happened to my competitor sales after I started using this product. So you can see I entered the market right around here at the beginning of February. And using this tool, I was able to actually steal my competitor's sales. You can see I entered the market, bang, all their sales. Now, sorry to whoever that is, but good for me. So let's talk about this tool. Okay guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're gonna be talking about Cerebro by Helium 10. You can see I'm repping the Helium 10 shirt. I asked them for one of these specifically for this video series. A lot of you love this software. I was kind of a late bloomer to it, but since I've started using it, I really do enjoy what I'm using. So I'm going to be making this new video series. So welcome. We're going to be talking about my favorite Helium 10 tools. The next couple of videos here, I'm going to be going over each of them. Today we're going to be focusing on Cerebro, the reverse ASIN search. So if you don't know what that means, don't worry, we're going to talk about it. And this is such a cool tool. I actually used this before I launched this product. Now we're not going to be just showing you what this tool does. I'm going to be showing you how I actually used it to get results. Right, you guys know I like to share exact strategies and be transparent and show you how I'm using these things. So we're going to look at my listing. It's not this one sucks. I took their sales. We're going to be looking at my listing, and then we're going to be showing you exactly what I did with this tool so that you can follow along and get similar results. So really quick before we do get started today, guys, we'll only aim for 200 likes on this video. That would be great. I'd really appreciate that. You guys slayed it last time I asked for that goal. It helps me out so much. So a lot of you guys watch these videos and I know you like them, good feedback, but sometimes you just forget to like. I forget to like on YouTube videos, so it helps to say it. Thanks so much. So let's jump right into it. So we have Cerebro. Open up here, you can see this is the tool. Doesn't look like much yet, but I'll show you how it works. So let's just start right here in that little clip that I showed you in the beginning of my competitor's sales. So if we were to open up their research tool and go to their sales chart, see right when I jumped into the market, back here in the beginning of February, I think it was literally February 1st when I started selling my macrame shelf, you can see their sales have been dipping ever since. Especially if we go with the moving average, you could really see just what an impact that's had. They were actually going up and up and up. I came in and I stole their sales. Now, how did I steal their sales? Well, what I did was I came in and I figured out, using Cerebro, exactly where they were ranking organically for and where they were getting a majority of their sales from. And then what I was able to do is I was able to get aggressive with my personal PPC and target those exact keyword phrases to make sure that I'm showing up before them and I'm taking their sales. Now, of course, there's more variables. You have to have a better listing, you have to have a better product and a better offer. But if you're here, hopefully you know about those things. If you don't, you could always learn those. So let's talk about the tool specifically. What you would do is you would take your competitor's ASIN. Now I always like to grab it right from up here in the, well, that didn't do anything. In the URL, you go ahead and grab that. If you don't know where that is and you can't find it in the URL, just it starts with a B, it'll be between two slashes. You could come right down here to the description and it'll be right there. There's also another spot you could find it is with Helium 10's graph right there. They make it right nice and apparent for you. So what we're gonna do is, you see we have this little search bar, right? We can see reverse ASIN lookup Cerebro. It's gonna be this little brain symbol on the side here over on sidebar. It's redundant. Cerebro, reverse ASIN lookup. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and hit get keywords. Now what this is gonna do, you can see I've already searched this before because I was telling you I was using this for my actual product, is this is gonna go ahead and it's gonna pull all of the keyword phrases that this listing is ranking for. And now what I love to do is we'll play around with some of these filters and it'll kick back only organic ones. And I'll tell you why that's so important. If you don't already have Helium 10, there will be a link down below. Now you can either get 50% off your first month or you could get 10% off for life. So either way, you're gonna get a massive benefit. That's up to you. So first of all, let's just clear it up with a little bit of search volume filter. Let's say we only really wanna see something with over 300 searches. So 10 a day, 10 customers a day. Now, a big mistake that I see sellers making, trying to target customers, is that they'll go way too high with their search volume. Now, guys, I don't need 30,000 searches a month on a keyword to feel good about it. You notice a lot of these, 200, 300, 700. This is one of my best performing keywords, macrame shelf right here. 771 search volume. It's over 20 a day. That's 25 and some days a little higher. 25 customers a day that are looking, that's a very, very specific keyword, macrame shelf. That is a very hot targeted audience. Customers come primed and ready to Amazon. They're ready to make a purchase. When I go to Amazon and I search for bench pressing wrist support, or I search for a deadlift belt, or these are just sports and outdoors and weightlifting examples, but it's just something I bought recently, I know what I want and I'm going to pick one of those top results. So that's the cool thing about Amazon, is they're driving this warm traffic to us. But we could take advantage of that if we can just figure out the correct places to be showing up. So we're going to filter out some of the lower ones, and now seeing what's here, maybe I would want to actually even keep some of those, because again, you don't need massive search volume. If you could be number one for all of these, just these right here, if you could be number 1 through 5, that's another 1,000 customers a month. Granted, some of those may overlap. Another 1,000 potential customers a month seeing your product that are very targeted and want your product. So we'll say even we'll go lower just so we could fit some of these in here. We'll go 200, and then we'll go a max of 6-word phrase. 6-word phrase would be woven macrame plant hanger wall hanging. Now that's quite long. Really like wall hanging shelf or macrame plant hanger. Those are 3-word phrases. So that's what the word count is referring to. And match type, this is what I wanted to tell you guys about. So organic. Go ahead and select organic here. And then now what we're going to see is we're actually going to see all of the pages where this listing is ranking. We could change the organic rank a max of 20. So when we go to Amazon and we search macrame hanging shelf, or whatever keyword we wanted to search, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this isn't a sponsored spot right now, so we're going to start from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, whatever. These are actually all sponsored, so it'll be 17, 18, 19, 20. So the first 3 rows, that's what 20 is going to show you. That's where most of the sales are going to come. An overwhelming majority of the sales are going to come from this top row. And on mobile, this will look a little bit differently. So what we're going to see, watch this. I want you to watch that specifically. When I hit apply, we're going to be only seeing listings that this, or keywords that this listing shows up for organically that contain 2 to 6 word phrases, and that they're ranked in that top 3 rows of Amazon, because that's where the sales are going to be coming from. We don't care if they're on page 7 for something. We want to know where they're getting their sales from. So let's do that. So we can see we just went from 1,500 to 38. Now we have a targeted list of keywords that we can go out and we could put our product in front of those customers that are searching these terms. Now let me give you an example of how I use this to my own benefit to get in front of all of my I have this evil laugh and evil grin going on, all of my competitors' phrases, and I was able to take his sales. So sorry guy, but ever since I've come in, he hasn't had much of a chance. So the main one that caught my eye, just because it was so straightforward, was macrame shelf. That's my product. Now you can see here, sponsored, so that's not the number 1 spot. This is the number 1 spot. Hey, that's my product. So you can see he got pushed back here. He actually used to be number 1, or he was in the top somewhere. And I'm relentless on this guy. So you can see if we click on his listing, not only do I have the number 1 spot, but before you can go see his reviews, I'm going to be showing up under his listing. So that's how you can use, what do other items do customers buy after viewing this item? Check that out, and then I'm a recommended listing there again. So that's the power of figuring out your competitors' exact phrases. Now what you can do is, great, but how do we start targeting these? Well, we could go by search volume, right? We could see the most relevant or most searched phrases, so plant wall hanger. Now what I like to do is I'll go even more specific. So maybe I want to do a phrase that contains the word macrame, because I have a macrame shelf. Now instantly we're going to go down to just 15 phrases, but they're so targeted to an audience that wants these products that if we were to add all these up, now we have a few thousand searches for red hot customers that want the exact product that we're selling, right? So macrame shelf 771, we just saw that because of this tool, I was able to target that keyword and get that number 1 spot. Now that's organically. If we're going to scroll down, my sponsor listing will be further, because I don't need to be bidding that high for that, because I already have the organic. So they see my listing, we'll scroll down, maybe get clicks in their head again. Oh, I saw that. We'll buy that one. Great. So then we could go from there, right? Macrame basket. Now I wouldn't do that one necessarily because it's not exactly, so I think an issue in this day and age, I don't know, I sound like an old guy for some reason, is that people will take these massive lists of 1,000 keywords and throw it in a PPC campaign and wonder why they can't optimize, why they can't, get profitable with their PPC, why they can't get aggressive on any one keyword without their campaign going out of stock. Now the reason for that is because you need to be like an archer, pick out keywords that are highly relevant to your product that you're going to have a distinct advantage over your competitors in that market to show up for. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you here for video part 2 in the Helium 10 video series. Bye.